Okay, so you got a feel of how this song kind of goes. All right, real jumpy, high energy tune. So what I like to do, and especially with mixing instruments, um, I've been doing this for quite a while, and so I will assume that um, it's better to assume that some of you have not been doing this for quite a while. And so, as you mix, okay, you have to mixing and just like production, just like any other career field, takes practice. What you have to do is, practice using your ears. Don't get caught up in the visual of everything, or you're gonna if you basically write your mixing rules based on what you see on the computer, you might fool yourself, okay, and be somewhat inaccurate. Why? Because um, what you see graphically may not match your what you're hearing, okay, and it may not make sense. You have to learn to trust your ears. That's the first thing in mixing, is learn to trust your ears, but also you have to get your ears to a trustworthy point, okay? So continue to check your mixes on different mediums. So the car, the studios, get some small speakers and all of that. Also, here's the one of the craziest tricks: mix in mono. This channel mode button here, mono, mix in mono. All right. And 9 times out of 10, you're more likely going to have a better mix when you mix everything in mono. And when you break it back out to stereo, it's gonna sound real chunky, okay? So you're gonna have a chances are it'll put you in a better place mixing wise. All right. Also, you'll notice the way I have everything set up. I like to set up um, my drums in a folder track here. This is Studio One for those of you who just kind of jumped in and didn't look at the gear overview. I'm using Studio One, but a lot of these concepts, if not all of them, will apply to any DAW you're going to use. Okay, so let's get right into this. So here's my drums. I have my drums all lined up here. Actually, let me get rid of these two tracks up top, as they are unnecessary. Okay. So yeah, yeah. So I have my drums all lined up here, and I'm actually going to set it up and send these drums to a drum bus. So let's do a drum bus. There we go. Drum bus. All right. So we got a drum bus going. So drum bus, then here's my bass. I like to do the keys next. All my pianos, electric pianos, organs, claves, anything like that. Then brass and synth, any keyboard sounds that I use onto the guitars. Okay. And then I just have some basic delay and reverb setup. I like to put everything in the same room. This album is to sound live. Okay, this is a live sounding record, and I want it to sound super live and everything being in the same room, even though everything was recorded at different times. Okay, so the delay that I'm gonna use is I'm using a Waves. Waves is my go-to for a lot of plugins. Um, I use Waves. I have the Waves library, so as you can see, all of that crap. I got that.